Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In this episode, we're going to learn the word love in Chinese. Here, we pronounce in Chinese 爱,爱,爱. So AI sounds like 爱, but different from I, but 爱, 爱. The voice coming from the mouth, not the throat. 爱. It can be used both as a verb or noun. 爱. So it has, before we talk about the meanings, I will tell you how to write this word. This is the first stroke, the second stroke, and right under it's a 有 friend. So this is a word that combined by upper part and a lower part. I'll tell you, the upper part is this, and the lower part is this, right? So this lower part is another Chinese character. It's called 有. 有. It means friends. So it means if you want to love, or if you love somebody, that someone maybe is your friend, right? Someone who has a friendship with you, at least, I guess. This is called 爱, love. And it has four meanings in the dictionary, and we'll see one by one. The first one is very easy: love or affections, deep feelings. For example, we can use this 爱 to form some words, like for example, 爱民. Chinese people love to say this, or the CCP loves to say this. 爱民. 爱民 means love the people. So it's like the CCP statement that they believe that, or they want us to believe that they love the people. They always say love the people, serve the people. Serve is all propaganda. And in nowadays, Chinese government or CCP love to use a slogan or propaganda to say 爱党,爱国. So if you travel to China, you will definitely see those banners, those red banners with white characters. These characters, 爱国, a patriotic. 国 is country, so love your country or patriotic. 爱国,爱党. The CCP love to educate its people to love the CCP. 爱党. 党 in Chinese here, 党, it means the party, CCP. 爱党. So CCP demands the Chinese people to love CCP. So if you don't love CCP, you are doomed. You will be arrested. Or if you dare to say in public, I don't love CCP. Just for that one second, 2 seconds, you'll be arrested. Nobody dare to say that, but people fight. Yeah, people in China fight in their own ways. Like, I don't know if you have heard of this. It's called a paper campaign. So it happened in 2022, December 2022, and when the zero COVID policy uh, is carried around China, the government didn't allow the people to go out, so they quarantine everyone in the house and they transfer those who has COVID-19 to another special place to like a prison like and the people last winter December they held a white paper campaign. So I believe it started from some universities and a girl standing on a platform holding a sheet of white paper with nothing written on it and standing there saying nothing at all. And then this campaign just widely spread among the younger generation, and they, especially in Shanghai and Beijing, those young people came to the street and shouting, uh, "Down with the CCP! Down CCP and down Xi Jinping!" That is a white paper campaign. So, I believe Professor Jordan Peterson had a tweet about Chinese people. They don't fight CCP. They don't fight those dictatorship. That is not true. It is not true that if you define fight the government or fight the tyranny, you only fight with one way. For example, to kill yourself or kill those dictator. That is not true, right? If you want to fight, there are millions of ways to fight. One of the ways is the white paper campaign. And these days, Chinese people, they love to use a very catchy word. It's called 躺平. I will write this 躺平. So everybody in China knows this 躺平. Yeah, 躺平. It means to lie down and doing nothing at all. So the government won't make any profits from us. So this is a fight back, one fight. 躺平运动, 躺平 campaign. Lie down, doing nothing at all. Don't get married. Never find a partner. Never have a baby, and never find a job. Just live, by the minimum wage or by the minimum salary or living standard. We call it 躺平, doing nothing at all. So in China nowadays, we have many ways to fight the CCP. It won't necessarily be a very violent way. That is not the Chinese style. But if you believe that the only way to fight the government is to throw stones or to have guns to fight, to shoot the government, I don't believe that is the wise way, because you will hurt yourself, right? You will hurt your family, you will hurt the people who love you. 你会伤害到那些爱你的人. Don't hurt those people who love you. You just fight in a way that you can afford. That is Chinese wisdom. So here, 爱民, 爱国, 爱党. I'm not teaching you to love the CCP, but instead of that, by contrast, I'm telling you, the CCP is educating its people doing that, which I am against. All right. So this is the first meaning of this love, 爱. And these are the words you can see if you travel to China. It's very commonly used words in China. It's called propaganda. The CCP don't love its people. The CCP don't love the country at all. Everybody knows that in China. All right, the second meaning is a hobby. Yeah, a hobby. Like for example, 我爱游泳. I love swimming. 爱游泳. So in this situation, love, this 爱 is used as a verb. 爱游泳. 爱游泳 means swimming. 游, these two characters, 游泳, love swimming. These two characters are a little bit hard to write, but it's okay because if you write it, you don't have to write it perfectly. You only have to write it in a correct way. I have repeated that for many times. 爱游泳, love swimming or love to swim. And in Chinese, we love to say this verb phrase, 爱劳动. 爱劳动. Love to work. 劳动. So this is a very original Chinese word meaning anything that include working, finding a job, or basically doing some household works or doing any works. 劳动. So if you say 劳动, 劳动, what is 劳动? So it includes many things, including doing your job and sweep the floor, wash the dishes, anything. 爱劳动. So we always in China we usually use this verb phrase to praise a kid or pupils in elementary schools for their good merits. 他是一个爱劳动的孩子. He is a very good boy or very good girl who loves to work, who loves to do some works. 爱劳动. So another one is 爱学习. So this one is very in a metaphor way. Yeah, metaphor. 爱学习. I'll write it here. 爱学习. So I don't know if you have already heard about this. It's very ridiculous in China because this Xi is the last name of Xi Jinping, the president. So in China, we have an app in our phones that the name of the app is 学习. Literally, it means 学习. It means to learn from Xi, to learn from President Xi. So it sounds the same like 学习, to study. To study sounds the same in Chinese, sounds the same like to learn from Xi. It's a pun. Yeah, it's a pun. So 爱学习 in China these days we made fun of Xi Jinping privately. 爱学习, learn from Xi. Very ridiculous. 爱学习, 爱劳动, these are two very original Chinese words. 爱劳动, 爱学习. So basically, if you say 爱学习, 我爱学习, I love to work, it won't necessarily invoke those meaning like learn from Xi. But if you have this meaning in your mind and you talk to a Chinese You say 我爱学习 I love to work means I love to learn from he or she will understand what you are talking about. 爱学习 it's like a joke, right? But they take this the CCP takes this joke seriously, take this pun seriously. Very ridiculous, yeah. 爱学习爱劳动. So this is the second meaning of 爱 love. So the third meaning I'll wipe here. The third meaning here is, to cherish means to cherish. 爱惜 we have words like 爱惜, 爱惜, this word 爱惜 the Chinese pinyin is xi, 惜 it's not the second tone 习 no, but 惜. In Chinese we have a lot of homonyms. A lot of homonyms. They have the same pronunciation but different meanings. 爱惜 爱惜 means cherish or treasure. Treasure something. 爱惜 is a word. 爱惜爱惜你的眼睛，爱惜你的视力. It's a imperative sentence to advise someone to treasure their vision, treasure their eyesight. 爱惜眼睛 眼睛 sorry, I don't know how to write a Chinese character correctly because I don't usually write on a board. I always type on the computer. So don't worry if you can't write Chinese properly. Don't worry at all because you can see here I can't write Chinese. 爱惜眼睛 I believe it's right. 爱惜眼睛 eyes. 爱惜眼睛 treasure your vision. 爱惜 and also 爱护 also another word 爱护 护. So this 护 H-U and the fourth tone 护 means to protect. Protect. 爱护 means protect. To maintain. And for example, 爱护公务. Chinese people love to educate their kids, their children to 爱护公务. So in China, here 公务 means public property. 公 means public. 务 means things or property. 爱护公务. So we are raised up by someone telling us, teacher or parents, they told us to protect, to love public properties. So in countries like China or North Korea, China, we don't have a concept or we don't have a very correct concept of private property. No, but we have a strong passion for protecting public property because in China, they or the CCP is educating us that we are a collective system. We are in a collective system. So everybody needs to love public properties. What is public properties? So the Chinese people have been fooled all these years. They believe that the Chinese public properties belong to them, belong to the I believe collective mass, to all the people. But these days, the Chinese people are reflecting these concepts or these propagandas. They start asking questions. Who are the people? Or who are the mass? Who are we? Because the CCP is teaching us to love public properties. So who is the public? So the conclusion is CCP is a public. CCP is a people. She is the biggest people. So when she said love people, it means you have to love him. So these days, the Chinese is I think it's an awakening, yeah, waking up from those propagandas, those years during the Mao's era. It's very funny, during the 60s and 70s in the Mao's era, Chairman Mao educated these people to liberate people from people all the world from those capitalism. So Mao told its people that people from other countries, in other countries, were living in, I want to quote his word, were living in waters and fires, deep waters and fires. So the mission of Chinese people is to liberate those people from in our other countries from the capitalism. And Chinese people literally believes that their mission is to liberate others. That is very funny to say now, and very tragic. Okay, this one is to treasure, yes, to treasure, to cherish. 爱护公物 public property, and eyes, vision. And the fourth one is 爱 means sometimes or always, something always happen, or something easy to happen. We can usually, for example, 爱迟到, yeah, this one is special. It's a special. 爱迟到, it doesn't mean that I love being late, but I usually late. I usually go to school late. 爱迟到, like for example, 我爱迟到. I love being late, or I always being late because I don't have a mind for timing. Yeah. 爱迟到, right? 爱迟到 doesn't mean that I love to be late. It means I always late. 我爱迟到. Yes. And for example, 铁爱生锈. 铁 means iron. 钢铁侠 Iron Man. 钢铁侠. 铁爱生锈. 铁爱生锈. 生锈 means rust. Yeah. 铁. So it means that if you spray some waters on irons, the irons may go rust. Right? So 铁爱生锈, it doesn't mean that iron loves to change, right? So here in this episode we have talked about 4 meanings of this love, 爱, and a lot of Chinese very original words, and something about the history and the current situations in China. I hope you will you enjoy this kind of teaching style, and I will improve. I promise I will improve my spoken English, because I teach English in China in Mandarin. I teach Shakespeare's drama in Mandarin, so I need some time to switch the mode. It won't take long, and if I have viewers in the future, I believe we can have a very good communication on how to adjust my teaching methods. I believe if that happens, right? But if I don't have viewers at all, that's fine. That's totally fine. I enjoy doing this very much. I hope you have enjoyed this video and see you next time.